Most men live lives of quiet desperation. You're just in this world where you just can't wait to just run away. You have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever shit job you do planning your escape. Do it like your life depends on it. And to know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific.
Have you ever felt like life is pushing you to the edge with no way out? But today we're going to show you a different path. Join us as successful men share their stories, proving that hope exists even in the darkest moments. You are not alone. Let's discover the tools that transform despair into triumph. And with that being said, let's get started.
A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't going to keep going. I don't feel like going to work. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do the same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
I want to ask you, can you admit something in your life that you don't feel like you deserve or have earned? Can you admit a goal or a dream that you want to chase, but you're feeling like, nah, I can't fly that high. I'm not equipped. I don't really have the ability. I'm not qualified. Can you admit something in your life that guilt is keeping you from getting? Can you admit something that you don't want to start, continue, or finish because you're afraid to? Say it aloud to yourself. Write it down. Confess. Admit it.
One of the most hardest things in life is when you're in the pursuit of something, it seems like that's when all the obstacles come your way. But I could say this, wherever there's opposition, that's where your greatest opportunity lies. It's easier said than done, but you gotta know what you deserve, and you gotta know what you want, and you gotta put forth effort every day into that direction.
If you know anything about the heart, you know the heart is one of the most powerful things that you have on your body. What controls your body is not your mind. The mind don't control the body, it's the heart. Because your mind will tell you to give up. Your mind will tell you to quit. Your mind will say it's getting too tough, and especially when people throw emotional garbage at you, then take in that emotional garbage, and you're like, you know what, they right. I can't do this. So you allow people to disable you fulfilling your service to your greatness. But with your heart to say, I'll die for this.
A real man gonna understand, like, whatever come your way, God made it come your way. Let's see, can you handle this before I do this to you? Hit you with it. So if you can't handle this, are you gonna get swallowed for the rest of your life? You hear me?
I'll never forget somebody said, there is humility and there's being too humble. And I said, what does that mean? They said, sometimes you could be so humble where you disappear in the room. You disappear in the deals. You disappear in negotiating what you really deserve. Don't be so grateful and so humble that this opportunity presents itself that you don't do whatever you got to do to make sure that business-wise, you don't take care of business.
Some people work 9 to 5. Some people work night shifts. I work all shifts. I represent the hustlers. And it's important I say that. The reason why I say that is because I want to let the young world know, go hard. When times get hard, go harder. When times get great, go even fucking harder.
The biggest advice I could give you right now, the biggest advice that anybody could give you, and this is not my words, Woody Allen told me this. I said, Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
Do you know how fucking happy I was at 27, making $40,000 a year, fucking working 15 hours a day, 7 fucking days a week, building a business that wasn't even mine? Happy as fuck. While my friends were flossing, rolling up to my store in their BMWs that they couldn't afford, clowning behind my back that I was carrying out their case of champagne, I was fucking plotting. I haven't even fucking started.
You getting up 6 in the morning, man? It's 5:30 in the morning. What time do you go to sleep? No, I don't need too many hours of sleep, man. I can go off in 3-4 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
3 hours?
hours?
Yeah.
Damn, they told you I got sleep apnea, right? I need about 6-7 hours. What's the normal day like for you, particularly in the off season when you talk about getting up that early? I want to know what time you get up, and I want to know what you do when you get up.
Yeah, well, I normally wake up at about 4:30, and
4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning. 4:30 in the morning, and I get ready to work out. This past summer I couldn't run like I normally do and do all the shots because of my knee.
Right.
So I'll get up in the morning and do my therapy, do weights and things of that nature. And I do that about 2-3 times a day sometimes. But the key is when you get up that early in the morning, you finish your workout, 12 o'clock, 12:30, whatever. You have the rest of the day to kick it with the fam. You know what I mean? Instead of waking up, middle of the day, you get all of those hours in, then your day's shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
man, I'm built different, period. I rarely go out, and I always felt like if other cats was out partying and I was home studying, I would have an edge. But like, I'm literally like, all right, I will party later. I work hard now, so the second half of my life I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's been my mentality. It's like, I'm not going to trick off my early years for partying and then worry about struggling, how I'm going to make it, how I'm going to take care of my family, how I'm going to take care of everybody else. Like, that's not going to be me. I'm going to grind it out now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to set up the foundation so I can enjoy myself later. That's always been my mentality.
How do you force yourself to go to the gym when you don't feel like you're gonna go that day? Bro, shut up about this whole I don't have motivation thing, bro. Nobody cares about motivation. Here's how you go to the gym every single day. Okay, I've made a video about this. You don't have enough discipline to go to the gym. It's not motivation, you don't have enough discipline. And you're not just gonna get discipline out of nowhere. The same way, you don't just go to the Super Bowl. You build up wins, and then you get to the Super Bowl. You have to build up your discipline to the point where you're gonna do that thing every single day. So, if you're gonna say you're gonna wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and like drink some water in the morning because it's healthy for you, then do that. And your brain's gonna realize, wait, I'm no longer self-sabotaging myself. I'm actually doing what I'm saying I'm gonna do. Then you're a lot more likely to go to the gym when you say you're gonna go to the gym. Keep up small wins like that.
Are you ready for a life-changing experience? Introducing From the Skinny Kid to the Sensational Gent, an ebook that is a transformative guide that will empower you to unleash your full potential. In this book, you'll learn the secrets of successful transformation shared by me, a real-life sensational gent. With my over 20 years of leading men and managing successful programs, learn to prioritize consistency over perfection, overcoming excuses, and build a balanced lifestyle that leads to sustained success. Don't miss out on the book that's changing lives. Click the link below in the description or the comments to embark on your transformative journey. Your best self is just a click away.
He said he had a bad day. He's full of shit. He didn't do that. You didn't do nothing. I would love to just get your ass and just follow you around, just record you talking to your buddies for 45 minutes. You were taking a shit, watching Instagram for 2 hours, right? And then I go do this, and then I'll show you 4 hours, you didn't do nothing. Does that make sense? And you go home and tell your family, oh, such a grind, babe. Now, dude, tell her the truth. I'm lazy, I'm distracted, I'm unfocused, I don't know what I want. That's what I am. And you know what you say? Shit, I'm dumping your ass. You got 24 hours in a day. 8 hours you sleep. And most people work a 9 to 5. So 8 hours you're working. 16 hours. Okay, so we have 16 hours. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we had 19? It take you an hour to get ready. So we had 20 hours. You guys cannot spend 4 hours going to about, oh, they lying. Oh, I like this photo. Oh, they faking. Sending photos to other people. Y'all got to get focused. I'm where I'm at because I'm focused. Tunnel vision. I'm focused on what I got to do.
Do not go into a job thinking about money. Because if you go into a job thinking about money, you're not going to get the most out of it. If you go into a job loving it, being passionate about it, you're going to get everything you got coming out of it. But if you go into that job saying, I'm going to make a whole lot of money, this job's going to pay me this, you ain't going to get nothing out of it. You have to love it first. And I felt like I've always loved rap more than I love money. I love rap more than I love anything. That's why I built this facility so I could work whenever I want to.
Stop working for this. And the school teacher said, no, you have to work for this. Get a job, get a job, get a job. This here is fake money. I would never work for this stuff. It's good as toilet paper. But most people in India, America, England, China, go to school, get a job, work for money. Worst advice possible. Work for assets. Don't work for this.
I would rather work 80 hours a week to make $50K and work for myself than have a $75,000, $100,000 job working for somebody else.
Nobody really wants to see you be successful, especially if they're not attached to your success. most people that you are around, it could even be your own family. Most people you are around, why would they want to see you successful if they're not going to be a part of it, and then they feel like you are just stunning on them?
If there's one kind of person I stay away from, it's someone who acts like a victim in the problem they've created. That's number one out the door for me, man. That's such a big red flag. If you can't sit there and be mature and communicate and even apologize, I mean, but the fact that you can't do it and you're even going to the point of blaming me for something that you know you've done, that's manipulation 101, and I'm out the door.
This hand represents you. This hand represents your friends and family. This is you saying, I want to go do something big with my life. You go, but your friends like, wait a minute, come back down here. What are you doing? You come back down. No, Mom, Dad, I'm so sick and tired of being broke. Son, come back down here. We're not special. You think you're going to be a millionaire one day? And you keep going. Eventually, when you try to go, the tension gets harder. When you get to this point, it's so difficult to break away, because if you do, it's going to snap. We want to go distance ourselves from our friends and family because we have dreams. You go, boom. That hurt right now. But watch, many of you have not only one, you have not only two. One represents your mom, one represents your wife or ex or friend or peer or cousin, another one, and another one, and another one. These are all people that are holding you back. They're powerful. It's a very strong power that they have on you when they hold you back. But if one by one you show that you want to go out and win big, eventually they're going to realize how serious you are.
I don't give a what you think. I don't care what you think about me. I had come from an environment with very little cheerleading going on. And so I created a sort of survival instinct where I would cut people out, and minimize opinions. And the way that I would do that is I had to believe that my opinion was greater than everybody else's opinion around me.
I'm not what you want in a man. There's gonna be a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, a lot of times where I gotta be by myself. Sometimes relationships work for me, sometimes they didn't. But that's who I am. One thing I did wrong in my life was I tried for so many years to please people. And I did it at the expense of myself. I was leaving a lot in the tank. And when you do that, you stop living. But the person in your life is happy as fuck, because you're giving them everything they want. They have their life is full, but you feel empty.
Thing number 7 that men do to ruin their lives is that they don't keep a brotherhood of like-minded men around them. They don't have a band of brothers. They're not part of a tribe. The thing that men do that really ruins their life is that they live like an island. You act like a lone wolf. You are not meant to be a lone wolf. You are not meant to be an island. You are meant to find like-minded dudes who share your core values. I'm an extreme, unreasonable, impatient motherfucker that wants to make a lot of money, be fit and jacked, be self-actualized and self-disciplined, and do a lot of good for humanity. And I find other dudes like that to connect with. That's my tribe. That is the brotherhood that I belong to.
Trauma used to be getting stabbed in the fucking face. Trauma is, Derek White getting his fucking leg shot off in fucking Iraq. Trauma is Dakota Meyer going into a village by himself and pulling out his fucking bros who've all been killed. Trauma is not somebody was mean to me, or somebody said something aggressive to me, or somebody said something that I didn't like. We've gotten fucking soft.
Be a good man, don't be a nice guy. And what that meant in our world was, hey man, when you're confronted with something where you need to fit in and do something that's against your character and your values and beliefs, you don't need to be a nice guy. You need to be a good man. Something comes up, you need to stand up for something that you believe in. Be a good man, don't be a nice guy.
Younger women are more likely to be attracted to men who show dark triad traits. Narcissistic, Machiavellian, and psychopathic. People who have those traits are characterized by the mimicry of competence. And so what women want in men more than anything else is competent generosity.
If you want to be the best of the best, if you want to survive no matter what happens, if you want to thrive no matter what happens, you can't second guess yourself. I can't gamble on you if you're not willing to gamble on yourself. I can't trust you unless you trust yourself. You're asking me to be honest with you. When was the last time you were honest with yourself? There's always a reason. If your business is not thriving, there's a reason. If your relationship is not thriving, there's a reason. And you know what the crazy thing is? Everybody in this room knows exactly what that reason is. But you won't have that honest conversation with yourself.
Quote that was said, I don't know who said it, but it was a great quote. Of the 100 men that go into war, 10 shouldn't even fucking be there. 80 of them are just targets. 9 do most of the fighting. 1 is a warrior. It's a true quote to life. I saw it going through training. I saw it everywhere I went. There's so many people who just show up to life that shouldn't even fucking be around. And there's few people who do all the work. I wanted to be part of that 9, and I'm working towards being that 1.
What is the number 1 thing people regret before they die? So number 5 was, I wish I had let myself be happier. Number 4 is, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. Wow. Many have become so caught up on their own lives that they had let go of the golden friendships because they were caught up on the whole, like, I gotta get to work, I gotta make it. That's huge. Number 3, we have, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. The whole thing with this is like they lost time with their loved ones and family members because they got caught up on the hard work that they disconnect from relationships, right? We got number 1 right now.
Oh, okay.
I wish I had the courage to live a true life to myself, not what others expect.
Nobody's coming to save you, big dog. Don't you get that? Your whole life has led to this point because of you. Your shitty decisions, your fucked up habits, your poor choices have caused you to end up at this point. The only person, big dog, that's gonna get you out of this spot is you. No more fucking excuses.
Trust me when I say, I know life is beating your ass right now. And I know you tired of being tired, you tired of being strong. But at the end of the day, it's not many people like you on this earth, bro. Like, you different, you special. And the fact that you tired, you keep getting up and you keep being that special person for people on this earth. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you need to keep fucking getting up. You need to keep trying.